Hello, people of the internet, anyone sees this? Probably not, but if you do happen to stumble upon this video, today we're going to be going over how much potential each NFL team has. We have a few categories today. At the top one, we have they could make a Super Bowl this season and win it. The second category is Super Bowl in 4 to 5 years. Maybe they have some young guys that it could develop. They could be a really strong team. Then we have a playoff team. They're better than average, but they're still not going to win it all this season. Then we have mid, 9-8, 10-7 type of teams. Then we have teams with one or two franchise players, but buns, and they're not going to be that good. And then we got to sell the team. I think you guys know what teams are going here. So first off, we have the Saints. Honestly, I think their potential is kind of playoff team. I know they looked all right down the stretch, bad at the beginning of the season. Tyler Shough looked really good. Maybe if you get him some more weapons. They have Chris Olave, which was really good this season. Maybe if they draft a running back like Jeremiah Love, I think they could be a playoff team because they're coming from the NFC South. There ain't no competition there. I think they could easily win it and get into the playoffs. Then we got the Dolphins. I think they have one or two franchise players. If you asked me a few years ago, I would say they could win the Super Bowl, but they released a bunch of dudes. Bradley Chubb, Tyreek Hill. The list goes on, and all they really have is Devon Achane left. That's about it. Next, we have the Ravens, Super Bowl this season. Offense, amazing. Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry. Zay Flowers looked really good. Their defense, just trade for Max Crosby. Their defense was iffy this season, but they still have some good talent there. Bengals, they're mid. It's all offense, no defense. You guys know the memes. Paying half the salary to 3 people on offense is insane. Broncos, Super Bowl 4 or 5 years, I think. They almost made it this season, but AFC was kind of wide open. I think some of these teams coming back, like the Bills, the Ravens, even the Chiefs, I think have a better chance right now of winning in the AFC. But Bo Nix and them are a few pieces away, like another good wide receiver. RJ Harvey is good, but maybe another great running back. I think their defense is amazing, but 4 or 5 years, I think their window is still pretty bigly open. The Giants, I think they have the potential to be a playoff team. They got Jackson Dart, Cam Scalaboo, Malik Neighbors. None of them were able to play together at the same time this season, but I think that they have the potential with John Harbaugh coming in, and they're amazing young talent like Abdul Carter on defense. I think they could be a playoff team. Vikings, hard to tell because J.J. McCarthy, a.k.a. 9, did not look too good. But if we look back last season, 14-3, I mean, I think right now, because this is filmed before free agency and the draft, I'm just going to say they have the potential of a playoff team. They somehow finished 9-8 with their starting quarterbacks being J.J. McCarthy, Carson Wentz, and Max Prosper. So I think playoff team is in the range of realistic for them. Rams, Super Bowl this season. They were so close this season. I thought they were going to do it. I believed in them. Matthew Stafford, they're going to get him a ring before Bro retires. And they just traded for Trent McDuffie. And they have the 13 overall pick. I think it's prime Rams run right now for the Super Bowl. Bucks are kind of in the same range as the Saints, but I think I have them mid. They do the same thing every year. They start off looking really good. Then they end up going 9-8 or 10-7. It's just their divisions are weak, and they always end up making the playoffs. But I think their potential is mid, with the only young person looking good is Emeka Ibuka. Lions, kind of hard to tell because it looks like their window kind of is closing. I mean, I don't want to say. I think they're definitely a playoff team. They have the potential of a playoff team. I'm actually going to change that to a Super Bowl. Their defense was just hurt. I mean, Aiden Hudson played this season, looked good, but their secondary was absolutely burnt this season. But I think with the healthy players, them still developing, maybe this is season. This maybe the last season with their window still open, but we'll have to see. We got the Bears. I'm going Super Bowl in 4 to 5 years. Maybe this season was just a fluke and they had an easier schedule, but they looked really good this season. Caleb Williams is their guy, and I think that they have some young talent that in 4 to 5 years they could make that Super Bowl run. 49ers, I think they're still a playoff team. I think this season was a fluke. I think their window closed last season when everyone was injured, but I think they're a basic playoff team. Eagles, I would just also say a playoff team. Their window may have closed, losing a lot of guys to free agency. The young talent's not really there. You got an agent Saquon. Jalen Hurts is a mid quarterback, I think. A.J. Brown wants out. I mean, young guys, they got Jahad Campbell, Cooper DeJean. But, I think there's a playoff team right now. Raiders fit the definition of 1 or 2 franchise players. They're going to get Fernando Mendoza. That's 1. Brock Bowers, 2. Ashton Jeanty, 3. Those are their franchise players. We'll see what they do with that pick that they just got from the Ravens. Maybe they'll get a franchise wide receiver, but their potential right now, I don't think they're going to do anything. They're going to still be absolutely garbage. But they could prove everyone wrong. Packers, I think maybe Super Bowl in 4 to 5 years. I mean, they still have issues with their wide receiver room, but their defense isn't awful. Michael looked good when he played. They just got Zaire Franklin. Jordan Love just needs to look better in those primetime games. But other than that, I think they're a pretty good team, and maybe in 4 or 5 years they could do it. Washington Commanders is weird because Jayden Daniels' first year go to the NFC Championship, and then he looked trash this season. People argue his injury. He actually played half the season. He just didn't look good. So for some reason, I think their potential is mid. With rumors going around that Scary Terry, this is last season with the Commanders. They don't got anything up there except for Jayden Daniels. You could argue that they only have 1 or 2 franchise players then, but I'm just going to have to put them mid. Cardinals, sell the team. I know. You just got to get rid of them. Trey McBride's good. That's about it. I mean, you can argue some younger dudes like Will Johnson looked good, but he has that injury track record. They don't really got a running back. They got Marvin Harrison, a wide receiver, no quarterback. Their secondary is kind of underrated, but still. Steelers, everyone likes to make fun of them. 9-8, mid. I think they have the potential of a playoff team, though. I mean, if Aaron Rodgers comes back, that means he's an experienced quarterback. He looked good down the stretch last season. Their defense is still above average, and their division is still easier than most. So I would have to say that they still make a playoff team, but a Super Bowl run, not anytime soon. Bills, I mean, I think they have the chance of going for the Super Bowl this season. They always come up so close, but they never get. Josh Allen, I mean, they got him some help with DJ Moore. We'll have to see how that plays out. Their defense, little above average. I wouldn't say it's anything crazy when you got someone like people like Matt Milano leaving free agency, Joey Bosa. But we'll have to see how free agency plays out. But I think they still have the chance for a Super Bowl this season. Falcons, I would have to say I kind of want to put them next to the Saints here, because I think they have a better chance than the Bucs of winning their division. They got Bijan over there. I don't know what's happening with Michael Penix, but they still got Drake London looks good. Their defense, Jesse Bates, James Pierce, we'll see what happens there. But their secondary, Xavier Watts, they got A.J. Terrell. It's still a better than average team, I would have to say. Seahawks, there's no explaining here. I think they're primed to make another run. Depending on what happens in free agency, I mean, most of their secondary is hidden free agency, but Most of their D-line and everyone else offense is staying, so I think they could easily run it back. Patriots, I think it's a mid-team. I think it was a fluke this season, and Drake May does not have the people on the team that he needs to succeed to be a playoff team. Browns, maybe a mid-team. I liked Quinshawn. Shador had his times of looking good. Myles Garrett, amazing. That whole defense actually one of the best in the NFL. Isaiah Bond could even be their wide receiver guy. He didn't play much, obviously, with his personal situations, but when he did, looked all right at times. Texans, Super Bowl this season. Obviously, if I know everyone wants to make fun of CJ Stroud for his playoff games, but if he just played at an average quarterback level, they easily win the Super Bowl this season, or at least get really close against the Seahawks. But I think that if CJ Stroud just plays average and they bring in some more O-line help, easily Super Bowl this season. Chiefs, I mean, I think that everyone knows the Chiefs. They're going to use dark magic somehow. Everyone thinks they're out of it, but then somehow they're going to pull off like a 12-win season and they're going to come back to the Super Bowl and everyone's going to be like, oh my God, how did they do it? But it's just what the Chiefs do. So I think that they're going to run it back one last time with Travis Kelce, Chris Jones, and Patrick Mahomes, and they're going to win the Super Bowl. Cowboys, I think they're mid. I mean, they trade for Quentin Williams. CeeDee Lamb, they franchise tagged George Pickens. But all these Cowboys fans always have so much false hope. I mean, they could maybe pull off a playoff win, but I personally just think they're mid. Chargers, I think that they could win a Super Bowl in the next 4 to 5 years. Jim Harbaugh, amazing coach. They had this big issue 2 seasons ago where they had no wide receivers. Now they have too many wide receivers. They looked really good. Their old line was just hurt during the playoffs. And if Justin Herbert could get over this playoff looking like buns and not even be able to score a touchdown, I think that they have the potential to go to the Super Bowl. Jets, sell the organization. What are you guys doing? Like, you guys trade Sauce Gardner. You guys traded Quentin Williams, and then you're holding Breece Hall hostage there with a franchise tag. Please, someone start a petition, guys. Free Breece. Panthers, I think they have the potential of a playoff team. They've always had this drought of winning one the next week and then losing one this week and vice versa, and if they could get consistent on their wins, I think they have the potential to be the playoff. Again, same with the Saints and the Falcons. They all have the easy division, but I just think that maybe they're a few pieces away of even having a super run, but they could be a playoff team. Titans, sell the team. Kim Ward, I mean, it's hard to tell because that team's just, and the organization's so trash, but was he really worth the first overall pick? But he has no help, no running back, no defense. Jeffrey Simmons is there, but other than that, no one's there. They need to fix something. I don't have the answer for that. Colts, I think Super Bowl in 4 or 5 years. Not instantly, but it depends if they could re-sign Alec Pierce or not. But Jonathan Taylor, absolute dog. Daniel Jones is still there. Daniel Jones is always 50-50 if he's going to play good or not. But if they were playing how they played at the beginning of the season, I think they could do it. They got Sauce Gardner. Everyone else in that defense looks amazing. Maybe if they could get some pass rush help. But other than that, I think they could do it in 4 to 5 years. Jacksonville, I think that they could also do it in 4 or 5 years because they actually were pretty good this season, underratedly. Everyone likes to say that maybe it was their easy division, or actually their division wasn't even easy. But still, no one believed in them. They thought it was a fluke. Trevor Lawrence finally showing that potential that everyone thought he had. They traded for Jacoby. He looked really good. Parker Washington down the stretch looked really good. And I think they could win only for one pure reason, and if they end up trading a BTJ and get some draft capital that they could draft someone really good, or a player that's really good, because he didn't look that good in the offense. I think he's valued at a lot. So if they could get a really good player for him, I think that they could win it in the next 4 to 5 years. So overall, this is the list. Probably, I think it's an alright list. Probably some casual takes, as I always say. I'm not perfect. But if anyone watched this and you liked it, maybe dropping a like, subscribing, comment. Appreciate it. But other than that, guys, maybe I'll make a follow-up after free agency and the draft. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.